September holds 3 degrees from Angelo State University, including her master's in kinesiology. She's a certified personal trainer, an aerobics instructor, cycling instructor, has a certification in lifestyle management, and she's also a certified elementary education teacher.
I went to a lecture recently that said kids as young as kindergarten are being put on cholesterol medication. You know, before we were worried that they were being diagnosed with diabetes in elementary school. Well, now it's high cholesterol too. So the epidemic of things that if we're letting our elementary age kids be overweight and obese, they're going to have heart disease, they're going to get diabetes, they're going to have high cholesterol. Not to mention at school, it causes lots of problems. They become depressed, they don't perform academically as well. They have lots of hardships, they really, really do. This used to be walking the dog a long time ago. This is walking the dog now. It's so true. It is so true. So what we've decided is that kids are not getting enough activity, right? Spending way too much time in front of the TV. So along with the coordinated school health and the Texas education bill that came apart, oh gosh, maybe 5 years ago. We're just, you know, as bills come out, it takes 4 or 5 years for everybody to get on board. But kids have to have now 150 minutes of MVPA, moderate to vigorous physical activity. So what they do is they count their PE time, and then they count their recess time. Well, I don't know if you've ever walked into an elementary education PE class, but used to be there were lots of knockout games played and things, and you would see kids sitting along the edges of the gym or along the fence, and there were just a few kids being active. Well, hopefully through the education process that we've brought about, that's not happening anymore. The other thing we do is we beg the classroom teachers. I know when Johnny gets in trouble, the best thing for you to do is take away recess because that's what he cares about the most. Do something else. Please don't take their recess time away. They have got to stay active. Besides, they'll be better for you. You'll have a whole lot less behavior problems if they do get to go to recess, do get to go to PE. In the old days, in the Wonder Year days, it didn't matter if you got any exercise at school because when you got home, you were going to jump on your bike and you were going to run the neighborhood, right? People don't do that anymore. Our neighborhoods aren't as safe. Our neighborhoods aren't as conducive to exercise. I mean, cars are on the roads. We don't have sidewalks. We don't have bike lanes. We don't have, those are things that I know Bill has a big passion for, and we're working on that for our community, but not everybody has those kind of advantages. So they got to get it in school. The other thing I try to express to these classroom teachers and the administrators is that we have kids for 7 hours a day. Parents who work maybe spend 3 or 4 hours a day with a child, waking hours. Who's the biggest influence? They are. They're the biggest role models and influence on these kids. If they can make it a priority for themselves, if they can talk about it in the classrooms themselves, then kids will realize it's important that they exercise, that they eat better, they make better choices. What our vision is that we create a healthy atmosphere for everybody, but we have got to talk about making it for those children. Because if they have good, healthy lifestyle habits now, they will grow up to have good, healthy lifestyle habits. If it is something that they like to do now, it'll be something they like to do later. Basically, we just need to start something. And the some things that we've started is the coordinated school health. That's a step in the right direction. A step backwards, I just came from meetings in Austin at TA. They're taking health and the PE credits out of high school. No more health as a requirement. You can take it as an elective, but it's not required to graduate. You only have to have 1.5 credits of physical education to graduate now. That's 3 semesters. Every elementary school child from 3rd grade, well, every school-age child from 3rd grade to 12th grade have to take a test. They test 5 areas: cardiovascular endurance, muscle strength, body mass index, and flexibility. And then all this data is sent to a database in Texas, and we all see where we fall. I won't even scare you to tell you where we fall. It's pretty bad. So even after those results and the fact that the PE teachers have to be sending those in, they're still taking health and PE out of the schools. And then it makes me realize the burden is back on us. It's on the parent. It's on the college student who's at college and needs to go home. And when it's Thanksgiving and he's gathering with his family to be home for the holiday, let's go run a turkey trot together. We could spend that time together and bond rather than sitting at the table all the time. You just have to be inventive, you have to be creative, and you have to figure out a way to do it. But number one, it has to be a priority. And it has to be a priority in this way. You're not a good spousal unit, and you're not a good parent, and you're probably not a great coworker unless you take care of yourself first. The time that I go and have my run or to work out, that is the time I have just for myself. That nobody's asking anything of me, nobody is demanding anything of me, and I'm not doing anything for anybody else but for me. And we all have to have that time. And if you're not allowing that time in your life, then you're really shortchanging yourself. You really need to decide that you're worth it and that you can be a priority. And because you make yourself a priority, suddenly things go better for your children and your spouse and your job. It all goes together. You can't separate those at all.